Thinking about taking a Viking cruise but not sure where to start? In this series, we'll give you a brief introduction to Viking and break down its three main cruise styles: river, ocean, and expedition, so you can get a clear picture of what makes each one unique and which might be the best fit for your next adventure. This stunning photo was taken along the North Sea Canal in Amsterdam and beautifully captures what Viking is all about. You can spot the Viking ocean ship Venus, the expedition ship Polaris, and one of Viking's iconic river longships Manny, all in one frame. Together, they represent Viking's three core offerings: ocean, expedition, and river cruising. According to Viking's 2024 IPO prospectus and 2025 official press releases, the company held a 26% share of the luxury ocean cruise market among North American travelers. Its fleet includes 10 ocean ships, with 9 more expected to be delivered by 2030. In the Antarctic expedition segment, Viking held a 12% market share for North American travelers. The company operates 2 purpose-built expedition ships, sailing to destinations such as Antarctica and the Great Lakes. For international river cruising, Viking held a 51% share of the river cruise market for North American travelers going abroad. It operates a fleet of 84 river vessels, with 25 more on order through 2028. In the Mississippi River cruise market, Viking held a 20% share for North American travelers cruising domestically. The company operates one ship, the Viking Mississippi, offering U.S.-based cultural itineraries along the Mississippi River. It is the only travel company to be ranked number 1 across river, ocean, and expedition cruising by Condé Nast Traveler, a historic achievement earned in both 2023 and 2024. Now let's talk a little about Viking's ownership. Viking completed its initial public offering on May 1, 2024, with its shares listed on the New York Stock Exchange. According to Viking's 2024 IPO prospectus, the company remains firmly under the control of the Hagen family, who hold a 52.5% economic stake and 87% of the voting power. This structure enables Viking to maintain continuity in leadership and stay aligned with the founding vision. In addition to the Hagen family, Viking's largest institutional shareholders include the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board and Texas Pacific Group, each holding a 17.5% economic stake. The remaining 12.5% of the company's shares were acquired by public shareholders through the IPO. This ownership model combines the long-term vision and control of the founding family with the strategic partnership of major institutional investors. It provides a strong foundation for both governance stability and future growth. Viking's brand is rooted in a clear vision from Chairman Mr. Hagen to offer travel that's destination-focused and culturally enriching, designed for what he calls the thinking person. As a small ship cruise line, Viking brings guests closer to their destinations, both physically and culturally. Its cruises are designed for curious travelers who value history, art, and meaningful experiences over traditional cruise entertainment. On board, passengers can attend expert-led talks by historians, scientists, and cultural specialists, and take part in immersive shore excursions, many offering special access not commonly available to the public. The culinary program reflects the regions visited, while Scandinavian design and heritage are present throughout the ships. Viking knows that not every cruise line is for everyone, and that's entirely by design. As Chairman Mr. Hagen puts it, Viking creates experiences for the thinking person and doesn't try to be all things to all people. This focused approach is embodied in Viking's "What Viking is Not" philosophy, which highlights features they intentionally exclude, such as casinos, children under 18, and formal nights. These aren't limitations, they're purposeful choices that create a calm, culturally rich experience for travelers who value depth, comfort, and meaningful connection. While Viking provides nearly everything you need to sail the world comfortably, it's not marketed as all-inclusive, and there's a reason for that. Its pricing model includes core amenities while leaving additional experiences optional, allowing guests to pay for what they value most. Guests are not paying for someone else's cocktails. If more is desired, there is the option to add the silver spirits beverage package. The same logic applies to excursions. Instead of building the cost of every possible tour into the base fare, Viking includes a complimentary shore excursion in every port. Additional, more in-depth tours are available, but only if selected. Gratuities are also handled thoughtfully. For North American guests, gratuities are not included in the initial cruise fare. Instead, a discretionary service charge, calculated based on a suggested daily rate, is added to your onboard account. If you're not satisfied with the service, you can adjust them from the final invoice. In other regions, like the UK or Australia, gratuities may be included upfront to align with local customs. This pricing strategy provides guests with control, clarity, and real value. Now that we've covered some background on Viking, let's take a closer look at each of its cruise categories. This photo was taken along the Middle Rhine River in Germany, featuring Marksburg Castle near the town of Braubach, with a Viking River Cruise longship sailing below. Here's a look at one of Viking's iconic longships, the foundation of its European river cruise fleet. Each longship features 95 staterooms and accommodates up to 190 guests, offering an intimate and spacious onboard environment. There are two dining venues, the main restaurant and the Aquavit Terrace, a signature indoor-outdoor space located at the front of the ship. The distinctive square bow design makes this possible, allowing guests to enjoy alfresco dining with river views. To maintain efficiency and reduce operating costs, most longships do not include facilities such as swimming pools, gyms, or spas. This minimalist approach also contributes to a more economical price point per guest. Powered by diesel-electric engines, the ships operate more quietly and with reduced vibration, contributing to a smooth and comfortable sailing experience. While longships make up the majority of the European river fleet, Viking also operates custom-designed river ships in other parts of the world, including smaller vessels on the Douro in Portugal, the Nile in Egypt, and the Mekong in Southeast Asia. A larger purpose-built ship also sails the Mississippi River in the United States. Viking longships offer a range of stateroom options to suit different guest preferences. The standard Riverview cabins include a window at water level and are ideal for guests seeking comfort and value. French balcony cabins feature a floor-to-ceiling sliding glass door, allowing for fresh air and unobstructed views. Veranda cabins include a full step-out balcony, offering guests a private outdoor space. For those looking for additional space and amenities, Viking suites combine a French balcony in the bedroom with a full veranda off the separate living area. The ship's design reflects Viking's signature Scandinavian style, understated luxury with clean lines and natural materials. Personally, I really enjoy this aesthetic. It feels warm, inviting, and thoughtfully simple, and it's also easy to maintain and keep spotless. The dining venues are open and filled with natural light, offering panoramic views so guests can enjoy the passing scenery and stay connected to what's happening on land. The public spaces on board are also open and bright, with a design that emphasizes flow and continuity. Rather than feeling like separate, enclosed areas, the spaces connect seamlessly, creating a sense of openness throughout the ship. Viking River Cruises offers a wide range of itineraries across several continents, giving travelers the chance to explore some of the world's most iconic rivers. Here are a few sample itineraries that showcase the diversity of destinations you can explore on a river cruise. In the heart of Western Europe, the Rhine Getaway is one of its most popular itineraries. This 8-day journey takes you from Amsterdam to Basel, showcasing castles, vineyards, and storybook towns along the legendary Rhine River. On the Iberian Peninsula, the Portugal's River of Gold offers a stunning 10-day journey along the Douro River. From Lisbon to Porto, you'll discover terraced vineyards, historic towns, and the rich cultural traditions of Portugal. In southeastern Europe, the Passage to Eastern Europe offers an 11-day journey along the lower Danube. From Budapest to Bucharest, you'll explore historic cities and cultural landmarks across Hungary, Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, and Romania. In the American South, the Mississippi Delta Explorer takes you on a fascinating 8-day journey between Memphis and New Orleans. Along the way, you'll explore the rich cultural heritage, music, and cuisine of the lower Mississippi. In Egypt, the Pharaohs and Pyramids is a 12-day journey that combines a Nile River cruise with unforgettable land tours. From Cairo to Luxor and Aswan, you'll explore ancient temples, royal tombs, and the iconic pyramids of Giza. In Southeast Asia, the magnificent Mekong takes you on a 15-day journey through Vietnam and Cambodia. From Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, you'll explore floating villages, ancient temples, and the vibrant culture along the Mekong River. I've put together 8 aspects of why Viking stands out based on my own personal experiences. First, cultural immersion and privileged access. On my passage to Eastern Europe cruise, one of the most meaningful moments was visiting a local family in northern Croatia. Seeing their way of life and hearing how they rebuilt their home after the war was truly touching. It revealed the resilience of the people in a way no guidebook ever could. On my Grand European cruise, Viking's Privileged Access program took us to the very top of Cologne Cathedral. We ascended via the same elevator used by the restoration team, passed through hidden doors into the cathedral's rafters, and stepped out onto the roof for jaw-dropping views of the Gothic architecture and the Rhine River below. It was eye-opening in every sense. Second, prime docking locations. After Viking's acquisition of Getaway River Cruises in 2000, the company gained access to priority docking locations in some of Europe's most popular cities and towns. This means Viking ships often dock in central locations, just a short walk from the heart of the destination, giving guests more time to explore and less time in transit. Third, unpack once, then relax. A Viking longship functions like a moving hotel, complete with full onboard services, bringing guests from one destination to the next without the hassle of hotel hopping or transportation logistics. Instead of spending time getting to the destination, guests are already there. It's travel at its most relaxing. Fourth, intimate ship size. Meet like-minded friends. Viking longships offer a calm, open, and comfortable atmosphere, easy to navigate and naturally conducive to conversation. In the dining venues, while the Aquavit Terrace includes some 2-person tables, the majority of tables in the main restaurant accommodate 4 to 6 guests, or even more. I've personally found this to be one of the best ways to connect with like-minded travelers, sharing a meal, hearing their stories, and making new friends along the way. The rest of the public spaces are just as inviting. The lounge is a bright, open area, perfect for enjoying a performance, attending a lecture, or simply relaxing with a cocktail, alongside new or familiar faces. Fifth, no seasickness, no choppy waves. One of the underrated joys of river cruising is the stillness. Viking has been a pioneer in adopting diesel-electric propulsion systems, allowing for quieter and smoother operation. On my passage to Eastern Europe cruise, along the Danube, I captured a serene sunrise with the ship gliding so gently that you wouldn't know it was moving, except by watching the trees along the riverbank. No rocking, no seasickness, just peaceful sailing. Sixth, more ships, more itineraries, more flexibility. On my Treasures of the Rhine cruise, the water level was too high to dock in central Cologne, so the captain diverted to Viking's winter quarters at the port of Niel, just outside the city. I was struck by the scale of the operation. By 2028, Viking is expected to operate 109 river ships. This scale not only allows for more itineraries and departure options, it also provides the flexibility to respond to unexpected river conditions, such as high or low water. In some cases, guests can be seamlessly transferred to an identical ship on the other side of an unsailable section, minimizing disruption and keeping the journey on track. Seventh, a wide selection of pre- and post-cruise extensions. No matter which river itinerary you choose, Viking offers a variety of pre- and post-cruise extensions to further enrich the journey. These land-based experiences are more than simple add-ons. Personally, I sometimes book a pre-extension as a buffer against potential travel delays, such as missed connections or unexpected airline schedule changes, so I don't risk missing the start of the cruise. It also gives me time to adjust to the local time zone and recover from jet lag, allowing me to fully enjoy the daily activities on the cruise. At the end of the trip, post extensions provide a gentle transition back to everyday life, a more relaxed way to wind down rather than heading straight from the ship to the airport. Eighth, familiarity, consistency, and a sense of home. One of the most comforting aspects of Viking is the consistency, the familiar layout, decor, and service across their ships. It truly feels like boarding a second home. I remember a staff member from my Portugal's River of Gold cruise in 2018. When I saw her again in 2023, on my passage to Eastern Europe itinerary, she had grown into a confident and knowledgeable cruise director, ensuring every guest had a memorable experience. It was a heartwarming moment to witness someone's career growth within the Viking community. This concludes our introduction to Viking and its river cruises. In the next episode, we'll continue our journey by exploring what Viking Ocean Cruises has to offer. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about Viking or travel planning.